I'm sorry, neighbors, because after today, the Corvette will not be holding back anymore. Because that is going to change. All right, we got some more orders from SchnatterDays.com. Sizes are selling out, boys, and after they're gone, they're gone. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. As you can hear, the Corvette does not sound the same as before. It's been about a month and a half to 2 months now of this new exhaust system that I put on from Cooks. And there's a little bit of explaining to do. Now the Z06 comes stock with a valve system. It's a little bit different than other valve systems. This one, with the exhaust, once you get over a certain RPM, the flaps open and the car gets louder. Now with my car, what I had before, prior to putting this exhaust on, was a modified OEM muffler, where one side had all the packing completely out and one side didn't. And I had a remote, and that remote opened and closed my valves, and when it was open, the car was pretty much straight piped. However, with this exhaust system, it doesn't have any valves. So what most exhaust companies have been doing is, instead of having a valve system, which is a little bit harder to create, they just have an exhaust axle back that is a smaller muffler. So the car is louder than stock, but it still has that muffled tone, as you can hear. Let me give you some revs. Like, you think that's loud, just wait. So today, Cooks has sent us an all-new axle back system that they have created that reuses the OEM valve system and actually will go really loud and really quiet. And this new system, when the valves are open, the car is completely straight piped. So there will be no muffled sound once we put them on. And I just checked my cameras and that exhaust is at my house. So let's go get it. Now don't get me wrong, this system is still really good. And if you had a stock system, then I would totally recommend going for this system that doesn't even use the valves. But since I came from a modified stock exhaust, it was a little bit louder than this. So that means that to go any louder, we have to go with the exhaust that Cooks has sent us today. All right, here it is. I may or may not have taken a peek already, so I'm sorry, but this system is nuts. Oh my gosh, this thing is gorgeous. Look, we even have carbon fiber tips. That's nuts. Now how this thing is set up, this is the only side with a muffler. And if you look through, that's completely straight. So when valves are open, nothing is getting in the way of this car. But before we put this thing on, we might have one slight issue that I haven't told you, and that is, bam. We gotta get the M4 out of here. Now yesterday I was in the middle of putting on new control arms on the M4. One of them did get a little damaged in shipping, so I still have to do the passenger side though, because these ones are good. And the problem is that the old control arms are seized and they won't come out. I've tried macking with a hammer, I tried WD-40, and I got so tired and frustrated that I gave up last night. So we're gonna mack them with a hammer again, and hopefully they come off. If they don't, I might have to use a torch, but I don't wanna use a torch because I've heard horror stories of doing that and then knuckle breaking when you put on the new control arm. So let's get the hammer in. It does not wanna move. It's very loud. You're gonna laugh. I'm gonna grab some earmuffs and keep going. I got it. Come on. well, the car is on the ground. Everything is put back together. Let's go for a quick test drive and see how bad my alignment is before we get started on the Corvette. Cold start on this thing is not quiet because I coated it back in. So all I did to this car was control arms and a sway bar. So I'm curious to see how the sway bar, ooh, that feels nice. It is a lot stiffer now. Whoa. The steering is so tight. What? Mods like this, you guys will never understand unless you're actually driving the car. But man, get yourself a sway bar and new control arms. I haven't even gotten fast yet, and I can feel the difference. And honestly, the alignment isn't that bad. The steering wheel's a little off, but all right, enough messing around. Let's go back and put on the Corvette exhaust. All right, this is it, boys. This is probably gonna be the fastest install too because we don't have to take off the little pipes that go over the axle. All we gotta do is unbolt these and bolt on the new ones. All right, I gotta turn off this car before I die of carbon monoxide. All right, we got her all jacked up. Don't mind that. That is my heater that is going to keep me warm. I need to insulate this thing because the minute I turn that off, it gets really cold in here. So, we just gotta get these off. Plug new ones back in. Oh, well there's one. Ha. All right. Oh. We got one on. Time to put the other one on. You know what? This is all custom made. Like, this is a one-off exhaust. And the fact that it fits as good as it does is crazy. Cooks does not mess around. Valves hooked up. So they're hanger on. There we go. All right. Now it's all about leveling this out. All right, well, the exhaust is finally on. I had to take some time in getting them adjusted to have them perfectly straight, but now they are pretty even. It's time. They look beautiful. Let's see how beautiful they sound. I'm gonna close the valves first. Okay, that sounds way better. Now we're not done with getting new stuff because right here is Dragon's Breath. This is a paste that you put on your exhaust tips, and when you shoot flames, it changes the color. So I believe this one is red, this one is green or yellow or both, and this one is blue. So of course we're gonna get some flames tonight too, but I think we need to go for a drive because we gotta go get dinner. Oh yeah, we're also gonna be nice to neighbors. We're gonna put the Supra in the shop. That way we don't drive past their house and try to park the Corvette in the shop. Beautiful. Oh my gosh! That is loud. Oil temps are good. Let's go ahead and get a little freeway entrance. I'm gonna leave the windows up and you still should be able to hear the car. I think. Just a guess. All right, go ahead and open the valves. is scary. This car is scary now. It's fast. It checks every single box of an American car. This thing's a monster. All right, it's time for some flybys and then some revs. Okay, we are at a very highly undisclosed location in Mexico where we can only do this probably once because I already did it one other time for my phone video, but we are going to put on the Dragon's Breath and I'm thinking we do blue. That way it's paint match for the car. So let's go ahead, throw some of that on there. It will shoot flames. I already pre-tested this. So we get one shot and then we gotta go before we go to jail. And then we just gotta put, I don't know how much we're gonna put. There isn't instructions, so I think we're just gonna go like that. I might have used way too much, but it should work. Now I have a special discount code for this too. It's gonna be at the bottom of this video. So go ahead and pick up your Dragon's Breath and you will change the color of your flames. All right, let's see if ours are paint matched. All right, this should be far enough back. Like I said, one and done. We gotta go. Now I realized that was kind of boring. I do not know why it didn't happen that time, so I can't say we're gonna do it and then not do it. So we're at a different location. Let's make sure that we still got the stuff. For a second time. Beautiful. Shut her down. Well, there you have it. The Corvette is now extra rowdy. Rowdier than it's ever been before. When I straight piped it in the past, it sounded good, but it did not sound complete. I don't know what Cooks did, what magic they pulled, but this car is insane. It has the same pitch as my old exhaust, but it's a louder pitch, if that makes sense. But anyway, if you want anything from Cooks, go ahead and use Schnatter 15 as your discount code. You'll get 15% off. This exhaust system should be out relatively soon. I was like the test dummy, and now that it turned out great, I'm pretty sure they're just gonna send it with this system. Maybe some minor tweaks. But aside from the exhaust, there is some very special news. I have been talking about getting a Lamborghini Huracan and I'm here to tell you, there's no more talking. I signed papers for a car. I'm not gonna tell you the exact spec because it's not exactly what I was keen on getting, but it is definitely what my heart and what I want. It's insane. And if the PPI goes good, the pre-purchase inspection, I will be able to get the car. As far as financing, as far as insurance, everything else is checked off the list. And the final thing is just making sure this car is 100% good. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it should be okay though, because the car was just recently serviced from Lamborghini and then the dealership got this car. So fingers crossed. There might be a Lamborghini coming to the channel very soon. So we will have an M4, a Corvette, a Supra, and a Lamborghini. That's nuts. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell. And one more thing that is coming up in the near future, the M4 is getting a fresh new custom tune. That's right, we're sending it on that too. Drive safe.